This is 3 News First Edition.
These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed.
President Obama's plans to dismantle ISIS now. Highlights from his late-night speech on this 9/11 anniversary.
Plus, back on the job following questionable judgment, what Coastal Bend leaders are considering regarding this marshal.
And it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. I'm Sarah Coastal, live at the Harbor Playhouse, getting a sneak peek of their newest play, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Good morning, everyone. I'm John Thomas Cobos.
And I'm Jane Monreal. It is 5 a.m. Thursday, September 11th. Let's start with a check of our weather. Here is meteorologist Alan Holt checking into the weekend. Just in time.
We're going to have some big changes, too. Today going to be the last of the kind of quiet, calm, very predictable type days. And then the prediction is going to change a little bit heading into tomorrow and especially Saturday morning with the arrival of the first late summer season cool front here. Right now, very clean on the radar, very quiet start to the morning. Today will be another warm day, 91 by noontime, 95 this afternoon with the heat index near 106. Plenty of heat, plenty of sun today, but that changes tomorrow and the first part of the weekend will break all of the weather down over the next 2 hours. Going to be a big weekend. I'm excited about it, John Thomas and Jane.
All right, so are we. Thanks, Alan.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. Ceremonies will be held later today to honor the victims lost in the worst terror attack ever on U.S. soil.
ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is outside of the New World Trade Center building in New York City with what police are saying about security.
Again today, the nation pauses to reflect on the 2,983 lives lost 13 years ago in the 9/11 attacks.
Patrick Dennis Byrne.
With the heightened terror concerns in the Middle East, security is, as always, tight for today's memorial ceremonies.
13 years after 9/11, it's still a dangerous world.
So that threat remains and is constantly there.
But the traditions continue. In New York City, where the Twin Towers once stood, family members reading the names of each victim, sharing the emptiness the years have not erased.
I'm just waiting for the pain to go away.
In Shanksville, Pennsylvania,
Wanda Anita Green.
And at the Pentagon. This is the first year the 9/11 Memorial Museum will be open to victims' families and first responders on the anniversary. A collection highlighting the heroism, loss, and the legacies honored on this day.
And New York's police commissioner says while there is no specific terror threat here today, still there will be thousands of specialized officers on patrol. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, New York.
President Obama, giving a primetime speech on the eve of the 9/11 anniversary, announced his plans to take on ISIS.
CNN's Andrew Spencer shows us how the president may still need congressional approval.
The president says small groups of killers are still capable of doing great harm.
That was the case before 9/11, and that remains true today. And that's why we must remain vigilant as threats emerge.
Vowing to degrade and ultimately destroy the terror group ISIS, also known as ISIL or the Islamic State, President Barack Obama said he would not hesitate to strike at ISIS targets in Syria.
This counterterrorism campaign will be waged through a steady, relentless effort to take out ISIL wherever they exist using our air power and our support for partners' forces on the ground.
It's a bit of a strange platform for a president who campaigned on ending the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
This was a very difficult speech for him to give, and he has inserted us into the middle of a Syrian civil war.
With ISIS thriving in a war-torn Syria, the president seeks congressional approval to arm and train some Syrian rebels.
It's not always successful. It's difficult. It's hard to vet who's who in that area, and to be relying on them as a major fighting force, I have questions about.
This speech was a very strong speech. What the president's going to have to do, though, is follow up with demonstrations that it actually is going to work. And to an extraordinary degree, this whole strategy depends upon the effectiveness of our partners.
And how the international community joins the fight against ISIS, including European and Arab countries, remains to be seen. I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
The U.S. is also dealing with the threat of homegrown terrorists aiding ISIS overseas and possibly returning to the United States to strike. A 19-year-old American aid worker from Colorado pleaded guilty yesterday to conspiracy charges and trying to join ISIS. She was arrested in April for trying to board a one-way flight to Syria. U.S. officials say the Islamic extremists are looking to recruit women as suicide bombers online.
The advice that I have for the sisters is very important that they come to this place here.
I think it's very possible that as they train women, that you could see them as suicide bombers.
In Australia, 2 men have also been arrested, accused of preparing to fight with ISIS. Back in Corpus Christi, an interim city marshal has been rehired amid allegations that one of his employees at the marshal's office made an arrest without being a certified officer. Michael De La Garza has been off the job since mid-February. He was fired after an investigation by police and the Texas Rangers. De La Garza applied to get his job back and was rehired as the deputy marshal. He will receive 0 back pay. Officials with the city of Corpus Christi are now considering whether to appeal the rehire.
Plans to demolish Christus Spohn Memorial Hospital are moving ahead. The County Hospital District Board unanimously approved a letter of intent yesterday. The $325 million deal calls for the expansion of Christus Spohn Shoreline, including moving the trauma center to Shoreline. An outpatient facility would also replace Spohn Memorial. The chairman of the hospital district, Van Huisman, says the deal is going to save taxpayers money in the long run.
When you're faced with hundreds of millions of dollars being required to maintain the facility or to bring it up to standards that are required, this is one where there has to be money to do it. This is a way of getting the job done without putting a huge load on the taxpayers.
Yesterday's agreement will head to the Nueces County Commissioners on Monday. If approved, a formal vote on closing Memorial will then take place on September 23rd. To Kingsville, a man and a woman are in jail this morning facing a charge of aggravated robbery. Mario Martinez and Joanna Cantu from Kingsville are accused of robbing the IBC Bank on West Santa Gertrudis near the Texas A&M Kingsville campus 2 weeks ago. Martinez and Cantu were arrested at a home on West King yesterday evening. Detectives say they collected evidence at that house that links them to the robbery. They add Cantu is an IBC Bank employee. The NFL continues to go on the defense.
Yeah, just ahead. New evidence shows the football giant may have received the Ray Rice beating tape sooner than they have let on. We'll show you who's been hired to investigate. First, 3 News reporter Sarah Costa is live with the cast of To Kill a Mockingbird, classic book, and how they are balancing justice with racial inequality. Sarah.
Good morning, and we are hanging out on the porch of the Finch House here at the Harbor Playhouse. When we come back, we'll introduce you to Atticus, Scout, and Jean Louise and get a sneak peek of the play.
This is 3 News First Edition with John Thomas Kobos, Jane Monreal, Sarah Acosta, and NWA certified meteorologist Alan Holt. This is 3 News First Edition.
Well, the summer is here. Guess what? So is the heat and humidity. Hi, I'm David Matthews with CCAC Air Conditioning. If your cooling system is not up to par, or if you're just thinking about those high cooling bills from last summer, we can help. We can fine-tune your existing system or design a new system to meet your needs and budget. Remember, who installs it makes all the difference. So call us today to deal with a locally owned company that is constantly concerned about customers.
Great rates for great rides. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
IHOP's newest waffles are so full of great stuff, they're
Waffleicious.
Introducing Waffleicious waffles, only at IHOP.
Yeah, nobody else but IHOP would think of something like this.
Try our new savory bacon cheddar.
Bacon and cheddar cheese, it doesn't get any better than that.
And new berry blueberry cheesecake with blueberries and cheesecake baked in and on top.
It is so loaded with blueberries.
You get the tangy, sweet, perfect combination.
Hurry in for new Waffleicious waffles. Another great IHOP value that's truly
Waffleicious.
IHOP, everything you love about breakfast.
Super flower beds, call Super Dirt. Super vegetable gardens, call Super Dirt. Super lawns, call Super Dirt. Super sport fields, call Super Dirt. Only found and made at one super location in Taft, Super Dirt in Taft. Super Dirt is only sold in bulk at $15 per cubic yard. Bring your truck or trailer to pick up some top quality compost that's rich in nutrients and will grow everything super and keeps it green for years to come. Visit Super Dirt in Taft or call 528-3600 today for more information.
The sale of the summer is on at Corpus Christi Subaru, and that means now's the time to get the best car you'll ever love.
You'll find the best selection of all Subaru models we've had all year, and they're all priced for your maximum savings right now.
And remember, if we make a deal, we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe, even if it's got high mileage. And if we can't get you approved for a loan, we'll give you a car.
Get even more value with Subaru's Maintain the Love that gives you complimentary maintenance included.
Now's the time to get behind the wheel of a new Subaru at the sale of the summer. Corpus Christi Subaru. We're here for you today and for generations to come.
Calling all cyclists, ride like to win at Conquer the Coast on September 20th. Bikes, bridges, and beaches provide the backdrop for 10, 25, or 65-mile courses. For more information, including a schedule, maps, and to register, visit conquerthecoast.org.
First cool front of the season already in central and northern Texas this morning. 80s and 70s to the south of it. 60s and 50s in the northern panhandle and Amarillo. This front will be here on Saturday morning. However, it's not going to have much fanfare as far as temperatures dropping off go. What mainly this is going to be is a little boundary and air mass colliding with rich tropical moisture here, and it's going to spark a lot of rain showers. We're not going to see the big drops in temperatures just yet, so we'll call this kind of a not as hot cool front headed our way on early Saturday morning. We will likely see a little wind shift with it, but we're not going to see, again, the big falls in the temperature. We're going to see a good shot at rain, though, because of this. Today, not so much. It'll be much like yesterday for today. We will see only a handful of sea breeze showers along the sea breeze front, mainly inland and west of Corpus Christi this afternoon. And then tonight, things start to change a little bit. What we're going to watch for is some clouds to increase during the overnight and a little tropical wave pushing into South Texas. So we're really going to see 2 rounds of rain over the next 48 hours. The first round will be happening Friday morning and into the early afternoon on Friday as this tropical wave brings a lot of moisture in and a little bit of lift. So we're going to see some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder through early Friday afternoon. This then pushes inland late afternoon, and that's good news because it's also going to take a lot of the rain with it. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Friday Night Football, we might get a little window of drier weather as this happens, but that's going to be short-lived because Saturday morning our front comes in, collides with all this moisture left over by that low that tracks over South Texas, and we see another shot at some showers and thunderstorms on Saturday morning through the majority of the day on Saturday. We're talking about maybe 1 to 2 inches of rainfall here heading into Friday and Saturday. So that's some good news. Again, not a big drop in temperature though. 95 today, heat index of 106, southeast wind between 8 and 17 miles per hour. We do stay dry today. 78 tonight, warm and muggy with the clouds coming back in, and then the rain showers going to be around both Friday and on Saturday. It clears out a little bit on Sunday, and then we're back into the warm, hot conditions on the middle of next week. 93 degrees Wednesday and Thursday. John Thomas and Jane.
Thank you, Alan. Ray Rice's video controversy is getting more heated this morning. The NFL has brought in the FBI to investigate the league's pursuit and handling of evidence in this domestic violence case.
Keeps getting worse and worse, all the slack. The owners of the New York Giants and Pittsburgh Steelers will oversee the investigation. The final report will be made public according to a statement by the league. The announcement came just hours after the Associated Press published a report citing an unnamed law enforcement official who said he sent a tape of Rice punching his now wife to the NFL in April, long before the video was released this week by entertainment group TMZ. That video led to Rice's release from the Baltimore Ravens and an indefinite suspension by the NFL.
Yeah, the law enforcement official also says they have a voicemail from an NFL number confirming they received the video and that it was terrible. Commissioner Roger Goodell, claimed Monday this was the first time he ever saw the video. The Baltimore Ravens will take the field for the first time today against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you know, the commentators, that's all they will be talking about.
Oh, yes. They're slamming everyone now.
It's only a matter of time. And when people are gunning for you, they'll find the evidence.
You can't cover up things like that. It was always a matter of time when they were going to find out when he really saw the video.
Exactly. Okay, so switching gears here, back in the Coastal Bend, we all know it's a sin to kill a mockingbird.
Yes, it is. Our Sarah Acosta is live at the Harbor Playhouse getting a reminder why with the cast of To Kill a Mockingbird. Sarah?
Good morning, and To Kill a Mockingbird here at the Harbor Playhouse opened last Friday, and I'm here with their director, Lori Bryant. And successful opening last Friday?
Oh, very much so, yes. I think it's a big favorite with a lot of people.
And so who do we have playing? We have Scout and Atticus behind us?
Yes, Atticus is played by Alan Clower, and Scout is played by Leanne Franklin.
And what scene are we seeing now?
This is early in the play. A Scout finds out that her father is defending a certain client, and she has questions about it.
Okay, well, let's listen in.
I couldn't even tell you or Jim not to do something again.
Jim May wouldn't have to mind you anymore?
That's about right.
Why?
Because I could never ask you to mind me again. Every lawyer gets at least one case in his lifetime that affects him personally. This one's mine, I guess.
Are we gonna win it?
No, honey.
Then why?
Simply because we were licked 100 years before we started. There's no reason.
And that is just a preview of one of the opening scenes of To Kill a Mockingbird. You can come and see the play here at the Harbor Playhouse through September 28th. Back to you guys.
Such an important piece of literature.
Whew, I tell you,
amazing role.
Dealt with a lot, and actually, it, wove in that humor component to it in some places. So I mean, just masterfully crafted and well written. Yeah. Super duper comfort food.
Sounds good. Still to come, a down-home plate that will warm the heart and belly. Mr. Food is next.
Hard water shortens the life of everything in your home. Save money and protect every tap, every room, everyone in your home. A Culligan whole house system doesn't cost, it pays. Just call.
Hey, Culligan man. You know what some folks' idea of a $5 deal is?
A sub sandwich.
That's one.
A junior meal.
That's another one. My idea of a $5 deal is a meal, honey. 2 pieces of my world-famous Popeyes Bonafide chicken, your choice of 2 of my signature sides, and a biscuit for $5. Now that is a $5 meal. 2 big pieces of my chicken, 2 sides, and a biscuit. I call it my $5 Bonafide Big Box. Okay, it's not that big, but it's big.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
This is the moment you've trained for. Don't let the pressure throw you off. You can do this.
Got it, Coach. I'm out to beat Bobby Flay.
Come on, Coach. What do you know about cooking?
It's not that hard.
Oh, thanks.
I learned from the best. You. I never miss an episode of Beat Bobby Flay with the TWC TV app. I can watch my favorite shows anytime, anywhere.
I got no way to beat that.
Call now to get a bundle starting at $79.99 a month. Upgrade to a qualifying package to get a free Dell 2-in-1. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
How did you sleep last night? Not so great? It's time you terminate your old mattress, because after 8 years, an old mattress becomes a heavyweight from pounds of dead skin, sweat, and dust mites. Don't procrastinate. Replace every 8 at Mattress Firm.
Looking for designer glasses? Get Coach, Fendi, Armani, and more for the best prices at iMart Express. Or choose 2 complete pairs, frames and lenses for $59.71. 2 pairs with no-line bifocals for $129.71. All with a free 1-year warranty. And you can wear your glasses today. We'll text you when they're ready. So come in today for great brands and great prices. You get a lot more for less at iMart Express.
Culligan's drinking water system uses 4 filters to turn ordinary tap water into great-tasting bottle-quality water for just pennies a glass, and you never run out. For this special offer, call and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Welcome Welcome back to First Edition.
All right, comfort food comes in all shapes and sizes.
That's right, Mr. Food shows us how to make his down-home meatloaf.
With today being September